I'm going to go a little bit off script here. You can see what we're talking about, how unstructured video data fuels AI-driven enterprise. That's our topic. Just quick show of a couple hands. How many people are implementing AI Assist in their organization now? I mean, you're implementing it or planning to implement it? One, two, okay, a lot. I think what's pretty obvious to everyone here, the unstructured data that you're getting in the form of text, manuals, they can be from any system. It can be from Box, it can be Databricks, it can be native in your file system, it can be ServiceNow. Unstructured data is what powers AI, and it works with the structured data that we have in ServiceNow that's managing all the processes. But video as unstructured data, we don't see very much. We know that video enhances, and we provide this. We can put video into every workflow in ServiceNow. But while we understand that unstructured data is the primary fuel for agentic AI, why aren't we using video? In our personal lives, we use video. We use it all the time. We use AI against it. We generate AI videos. We use data from videos to actually do work that we want. Why isn't it part of the AI story? Well, there's some reasons. First, you have to consider, if you're looking for value and you're looking to get value out of an AI strategy and an agentic AI strategy, video is the fastest growing and most pervasive source of unstructured data, massively underutilized. And there are reasons it's underutilized. It's really hard to do. Scaling, delivering video, it's a big undertaking, as you can see. I can work with text, which is great. It provides a ton of value. But this ratio of the Earth to the sun isn't even accurate. Video is 10,000 times larger on average, depending on resolution, than text. But it contains unique value, and it's generated in many cases automatically. So how do we get value out of that giant sun of high value information, get it into agentic AI? And historically, because of those reasons, we haven't put video into historical workflows. And visual intelligence, this is computer vision, understanding multimodal AI, just starting. So video is really, really hard to do. But vBrick has cracked how to manage the sun instead of just the small dot. When you look at this chart, you can see down at the bottom there's vBrick. We're an orchestration platform for video. As part of that, we definitely can host and manage all the video that is produced within an organization outside of silos. We have clients that are north of 1.4 petabytes of video that they store. Most of it is being ingested automatically and going into the value chain, and it's being distributed via MCP and other processes into all sorts of different value chains. But the other problem with video that makes it harder is you have to deliver it because it's big. So the difference of a company that is sorting and organizing and providing unstructured data as text for AI, once you deliver it, once you have it, your job is done. But you don't have to push a complex product out to the customer. In the case of video, you have to do that. So you have to be able to scale. You have to be able to have thousands of concurrent users potentially if that video is live. Not just thousands, tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands, which is something that we do. You have to have the video available in any place it could be required, whether that video that's inside of an Employee Center Pro portal, whether it's as part of an ITSM workflow, whether it's part of field service management. You have to be able to see it because that's where the value is. You have to be able to interrogate the video because that's where the value is. And the video's intelligence has to be integrated with the entire agentic AI intelligence stack, which is very challenging. And it takes this kind of a complex and very difficult technical approach to enable it. And that's why you haven't seen it that much historically compared to text. But it is coming because it's being generated at a nonlinear rate, and the value is there, and there are cameras everywhere. What we're seeing is just sort of an explosion of pressure of this video content, and it's not being relieved. Once regulatory processes come into play, and we start realizing that deleting a conference is tantamount to the same as deleting a document, believe me, it's going to turn everything on a dime. So it's a very complex space, but we're able to do that. And why the relationship with ServiceNow is so important is because video needs to be in a business process. And this is just an example of a screen. I'm not going to do a live demo, but this is just one incident relating to ITSM. And when I look at all the information I'm getting, all the documents, whatever I have to resolve it, to have AI be able to take all of this information up here and give you the relevant video, give you the relevant asset, and let you interrogate that asset, that's really value. That's big value. It was interesting, we're talking to a client here, it's ITSM. The number one is a retail entity. Their number one ticket for all of their IT was printer jams for point of sale devices. Number one ticket, printer jams. Isn't it easier to watch somebody fix a printer jam and deflect that ticket than it is to actually read a procedure or a PDF of first open panel A, then go here? You know, we do in our regular lives, we do that. That's just a really obvious example. But the real issue is that video is going to be transcribed. It's going to be translated. It's going to be curated. It's going to be tied in with every other asset you can bring to bear to every other problem that you're going to have in the enterprise for any workflow process. If it's a ticket, it's going to be managed. And similarly, video is easy to capture. How do you like this? If you have a technician, let's say, anybody doing field service management or maintenance management with ServiceNow in the manufacturing? Any hands? I don't necessarily see any, but think about this. If you're in the field and you're going to repair something and you have a ticket and you're out there and you're repairing it, and you find a unique condition, perhaps you fix something in a creative way, and you've solved the problem. You've just created new value. Which do you think is easier? Stopping what you're doing, taking 2 hours to write up a report to explain exactly how you fix this sort of thing, and so it can be replicated? Or would you do what we do in our regular life? Hey, honey, I just fixed the lawnmower. Look what I did here. I found this little thing here. You just would video it. Now it's part of your enterprise unstructured data intelligence stack. It seems so obvious, but the number of companies that implement anything like this are very small at this point, but they are growing rapidly. If you look around here and you want to see some examples, I like to finish early in most things, not all things, but if you look around here, these are a few people that are doing this in this giant K26 that you can go talk to about integrating video and what the results are for those companies. Air France KLM, video is integrated into the crew portals, which is a critical important of air operations. At Disney in the theme parks, ServiceNow handles all the ticketing for all the rides in the parks, all handled video through vBrick and ServiceNow. C.H. Robinson Transportation Company, video deflects HR tickets. Same with Children's Health, Lennar, 430 at Lennar. Go check it out. They're taking a voting section for best ServiceNow employee portal. Check it out. They've got a lot of video. They use this. Their deflection rate on HR tickets is something like 95%. And it's incredible. Check them out. Warner Brothers. Visa is a great example of an entity that is taking the AI to the highest levels in terms of what it's doing with ServiceNow. They're a big partner with ServiceNow. They extract video intelligence and distribute it to all sorts of different processes. Fascinating discussion there. So if you want to see this in action, please check out some of these folks on the floor, and I think they'd be more than happy to show you what they're doing. Last but not least, this is the summary. What we enable is you to treat video just like any other type of unstructured data in ServiceNow in every agentic workflow, and video will be what powers the next wave of value because it is the largest single incoming vector of information in the modern era, period. I mean, we live our personal lives with that as a reality. It's going to be no different in the workplace. And with that, I'm just about done. But if there are any questions, and anybody has, you can come up to that mic. Or if you don't want to come up to the mic, we'll step right over there, and you can ask us anything you'd like to know about this. All right, we're good. Thank you.